Hello, today we are going to create this web application using React Leaflet to display the Kenya protected areas. Those are the game parks, game reserves, and the forested areas. So this is the data that I have here, and we are using React Leaflet to display this data on the web. I also have a marker here that displays the name of the city and the respective latitude and longitude. And then we have the base maps, so we can alternate between OpenStreetMap and Google Satellite. So I'm going to show you how to do this. You can see I can click on or check on the Google Satellite, and then our base map changes to Google Satellite. We can uncheck to go back to our OpenStreetMap, which is the default one. Then the other thing is that we are going to have an on click on each and every feature here, this JSON data, and we shall display the specific columns that are found in the data set. So we have the area name, the perimeter in square meters, the size, the year established, latitude, longitude of this specific location, the country that is found, the type of the national park, if it is a national park or a game reserve or a forested area or just a reserved area. Then we can also see the area here in square kilometers. Okay, so this is what it is, and I'm going to create this using React and React Leaflet. I hope you will enjoy. So let's get started. Now I have already created a React application, as you can see here. This is done by heading over to your VS Code terminal. Make sure you are within the folder that you want to create your project. Like for example, here I'm in tutorials folder. So inside the tutorials folder, if you want to create a React application, you need to type in npx. You say npx, then you say create -react-app, like this. Then you can put a dot like this to make sure that you're installing inside the same root folder. Then if you run this is going to create a template for the React application where you can start to write your project. So I have already done so, and here you can see I have inside the source folder, I have created the components folder. This is squared in React. Then inside the components, I have the map folder, which is the map component. So the map folder has the map component as map.jsx. Then I also have an empty map.css, which you can customize later if you want to add more styles or features into this application. I will leave the link to the GitHub repo where you can use this code for your own benefits. So here I have the map component, and we have just created a simple component, which is a function that has a div. The div is map. So this is where we are going to write almost everything in our project to display the map and the data that we have. Then for that case, you need to go to your app.js folder. This is where we are going to import the map component as this. I'm getting quite an error here, but no problem. I guess it is working fine. So this is where you are going to import your component. So any component that you have here inside the components folder will be imported like this. So something like map, and then you must import that map. So it's coming from components, map, and then the map.jsx. You can add JSX extension here, but it's not required. Then I also want to use the CSS. So I have the CSS. This is default CSS that comes with when you run or when you install your React application. So here you need to go to your app.js. In most cases you will find that this is auto imported here because the application will be running on the web. So here you need to import app.css, which will include all the CSS, and this will be used to style our application here on the in the app.js. So our components will be styled by these default CSS styles. Now I just want to show you what I have here on the web. Now you can see I only have the map inside that div, which I have created inside the map.jsx. So if you want to use the styles from our default app.js, you need to have the class, so the class name for React, then you need to have the app, so the class name is the app, and this is what is being styled here inside the app.css. So that way you'll be able to use all the styles that are there from the default app.css. Okay, so if I do that, then I need to save the project. Also, I forgot to mention that if you want to run your project, you just need to say npm start, then you click on enter, and this will run automatically your React application. Okay, so if now I go to the web, you can see my div is now centered because I'm using the default CSS styles that came when I first ran the npx install React. Okay, so for our application, that is the web application using the React Leaflet, we need to install React and the Leaflet, then the React Leaflet from the React npm. So here I'll leave also this link in the description, or you can just search npm React Leaflet, then you will find this link somewhere. And then I need to copy this, so npm install React Leaflet like this, or still you can go ahead and just type in here. So I go ahead and paste this. So I need to install React Leaflet and then Leaflet, yeah, Leaflet. So npm install Leaflet and then React Leaflet. So I will suggest that we have both. So if I click on this, enter, it's going to install the dependencies for Leaflet and React Leaflet from both the base Leaflet and the React Leaflet. Now, after installing React and the React Leaflet, head over to this website, reactleaflet.org, and here under the setup menu, you can see here we have to follow this installation setup. So the installation setups are just the one we have done before, and then the setup itself, we are going to add this code to our application. So I would recommend that you just copy as it is, because it contains the tile layer and then some of this mark and pop-up we shall customize to our project. So I'm going to copy this map container, then I go back to my code here in the map.jsx. I'm going to remove the map, and then I'll just paste in the code, and this one contains the map container, the tile layer, the marker, the pop-up. So all these come from React Leaflet. What we are going to do is I'll do something like this. So I'll delete R, then if I type R, you can see it auto suggests that I would like to import this from React Leaflet. So I'm going to click on this, and we can see I have the import here, import map container from React Leaflet. So we can even go ahead and add in tile layer. We can add marker is marker like this, and then the pop-up. Okay, then we can now try to confirm if everything is working fine. Here on our React, you can see we have our map here, but then we shall need to reference this map. So I'm going to say, since we have imported useref here, we like to say const mapref is equal to useref like this. Okay, then the center will copy from my previous project. So my complete project here, I would like to center to my area of study. So I'll just copy this here and then paste it here. So it's const center, then the latitude and longitude of the place that I want to visualize my data. So I'm going to delete this from the map container since we are going to define our own elements. And here I would like to have the style, and this style, remember this is, we are styling inside the React application, so we need double curly brackets. And then I say height, and the height of the map is going to be something like 600 pixels. And then what else? The margin, I would like to have the margin, and the margin is going to be 20 pixels, top, right, left, and bottom. Okay, so it says this one's supposed to be in quotes. Remember, this is not just CSS, the normal CSS. We are styling inside our React component. Okay, so that is for styling. Then I can add the zoom. Remember, we had the zoom that I just deleted, so zoom is 7. Then the center, we can center now our object to center. So we have defined the center here. We have this one. Then for the map ref, we need to say reference. So we need to reference the map to our map ref, like this. Okay, so the center is here, the map, the zoom level, and the style of our map. So let's go back and refresh the page. Hopefully we shall see the map. Okay, we can see the map, but it's still distorted. So what I would like to do here is so we have this, we have the map container. I would like to import the styles from Leaflet. So remember, Leaflet has its own styles. So I'm going to say import Leaflet styles. So import Leaflet list leaflet.css. So make sure you copy this as it is. I will leave the link in the description to my GitHub repo where you will find this code. Okay, so if we save then and refresh, you can see we have applied the styles from our React leaflets.css, and then we can see we have our map centered to the place of interest. So this is Kenya or Nairobi, and then I think we have everything here. So maybe we can add a header. Remember, maps must have titles. So here above this, I can say we can have an H. What else? These are comment. You can have H4 that says Kenya protected areas. Okay, I save that. You can see we have this. Remember, we are applying the default styles from the React template that we installed. I think I showed you here that we are using inside the app.js, we're using the app.css. So this is what is coming with the styles. You can see the div is centered, and almost everything that will be here will be centered. So the styles from our default React template will apply to our application. Okay, so we have this. We need to add the data. So adding the data, we first of all need to import the data. So I say import, and we are going to import the features, so the protected areas. I say features from, and then I have this folder here called data. So inside our data folder, say, then these features will be used somewhere down here in the JSON. So we need also to import JSON from React Leaflet. So here I need to say GeoJSON like this. Then now down here immediately after our map container, no, inside our map container, after the marker, we need to say GeoJSON. This is a component, and this is going to have data, to take data as features, yeah, as features like this. Okay, so can't resolve this here, we cannot find our data. So as I was saying, we are going to import the data from our data folder, then slash data.geo.json. It can be JSON or GeoJSON, so my extension is JSON. Okay, so we have features. If I control F, you can see we have two use cases, and here I have GeoJSON and data is features. So now if I come back to my web application, you can see I have the features already applied on the map. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to import the boundaries for each of the counties, and also this is in the data, then the new counties.json. So the same way we are going to do that, I can just duplicate this and then say this is going to be counties, and counties is going to come from data, and then new counties .json. And then down here we are going to do almost the same thing, but we need to be very careful because we want our features to be on top of our data or our county boundaries. So the same way we say GeoJSON, and this is a component, and then data is going to be counties like this. So if I save that, then go back, refresh the page, I'm supposed to see the countries or the counties. Yeah, so we can see we have the counties applied, and we want to change the color of our counties boundary, and then we give the color for our features. So I can minimize the terminal. So inside our map function here, we are going to define the style. So we are going to begin with the countries, or the counties I mean. So the county style like this, and this is going to be a const, and you can say county style is equal to, because this is an object, then the field color, we start to define the field color. I can say white, then the color, yeah, so the color is going to be green. Is it green? We can try that, or I can say color is black. I don't think if we need the field color for county style. I don't think if we need that. We only need the color. We need to define the weight. The weight, we can say it is 1. Then the fill opacity, we need the fill opacity. This is going to be 0 because we want it to be transparent like that. Then the z index, because we want it to be below the features, so this is going also to be 0. Okay, so to apply this, I think I also need to apply the one for features. So I say feature style. This is features style, and here we can say const const feature style. This is going to be an object like this. This is going to have now the fill color. This is going to have the fill color, and the fill color is going to be green, no, white. You can say it is white. We need a comma here. Then the weight, our weight is going to be 1. We need now the color, and the color is going to be green. The z index, so it should be on top. Z index, so to be on top we need the z index of 1. Okay, so we need to apply our styles to the features, both the counties and the features, that is the protected areas. So for that case, we shall say style. So the GeoJSON takes style, and the style is going to be county style, right? And then for our counties, no, this is supposed to be for counties, so you can Control X, paste it here. And for this one, the style is going to be the feature style, like this. And then yeah, we can save this and then see if it has applied. If we control, yeah, so if we run the application, you can see we have the styles here, and the color, you can see, okay, the color is black for boundaries, and this one is supposed to be green. So we need to check for the fill color. So up here we have this fill color as white, and the color is green. What if this one becomes green? Maybe you can comment this. Let's see if it does apply. Yeah, it does. Then what about the z index? So I think we need our features to be on top of the counties. So we can edit this. We need the counties first, then the features. That's when we shall see the color. So here we can go back to white, and then this one, then we save. So features, the style, also we need the fill opacity here. I think I forgot that. So you need the fill opacity, and this should be 1 so that it doesn't become so transparent. I think that is what I'm struggling with here. Then refresh. I hope it will apply. So it has applied the fill color as white. This one should be green. Then I can comment the color. Yeah, hope it works. Okay, so I think we have managed to put our features on top of the counties. So we need the on click on these features, and then the on click will display the information about each and every specific feature. Okay, so for that case, we need to define a function called on each feature. So const on each feature, this is going to be an arrow function. Then we shall need the country, and then the layer. So we can say we need the country like this, and the layer. Then inside here you can say the layer dot options. So we are going to define the options dot fill color is equal to country, the country dot properties, then dot color. Okay, if I just open this one here, this data here, you can see we have this the properties as area, perimeter, the number of, let's say, animals that are found in the national park, if it is a national park, the year established, the size, and so on. Okay, so the next one is going to be, I'm going to define this area name. So I can say area name is equal to country dot properties dot area name. If you just confirm from the data set, I have the area name here, and this is the name of the national park. Okay, then what we are going to do is I can just duplicate this because it's quite repetitive, like so, or instead I can just copy from my previous project. It's something understandable like this. So you can see we have the area name as area name, perimeter, we have picked the size, the year, the long lat, the country name, the type of the park, and then now we have the area. All these are features or are properties of the data that we have here. So it's not that I'm taking them from somewhere else, but I'm just getting them from the data set. Okay, so now to use this, we need to define a pop-up that will enable us to, when we click on any feature like this, we are supposed to see the pop-up. So on each feature, we are supposed to see the pop-up that will tell us the information that we've just defined here. So it will tell us the area name, the size, the perimeter, the year established, latitude, longitude of that specific location, and the type, and all those features. So down here we can say layer dot, I had already defined the layer, there's an argument inside the function. So layer dot bind pop-up like this. Then we can pass in the variables. So you can just copy this. The area name is going to be the area, or the area name, right? So the area name is going to be the area name like this, so this one here. And then the perimeter is going to be perimeter like so. So for that case, we need to add a break here. Oops, you can say break like this, and then we can repeat all those features that we have here. So the perimeter, control V, so perimeter, the size, so you can say size is equal to size. The next one is the year established. So the year established, latitude or the longitude, and latitude, Control V. So the latitude, then we need the county name, or the country name, I mean, like so. Then the rest of the features, we have type, this one here, type. Then the last one is the area. Yeah, so we can delete this, then we can save. Okay, so to use our function, we need to go back to our GeoJSON, down here, the features, and here we can say on each feature, we are going to pass in on each feature. So on each feature, like so. Okay, so let me see if that works. I'm going to refresh. I don't know why it is changing the color like this, but I think it is because we defined the color up there. Let me try to click on one. So if I click on this, you can see we have the area name, the perimeter, the size, the year established, and then the rest of the parameters of the okay. So I think the next thing is I think we need to change this color. Let me just go back here. Need to define this. This one should be white as it was. Let me try to refresh. Okay, now it works. So we have the features. You can see if you click on this one is a national reserve. If you click on this one is a national park, and it has its size, the year established, the latitude, longitude, and so on. Yeah, so I think the remaining thing is the base map. You can see we are using the default OpenStreetMap. If we go back to our code here, you can see this is what we are using here. And then I think I need to remove this pop-up and marker. We are also going to define our own. So inside our map container, we need to have like some kind of control that will help us to either check the tile layer for OpenStreetMap or the satellite. So for that case, we shall need the layers control. So still inside our map container, down here, we shall need the layers control, like this, and then we can copy and paste this inside our layers control. We need to make sure that it has imported here. So the layers control is also imported from React Leaflet. So we can say layers control like that. Okay, so down here we have the layers control, which is going to take this our tile. Yeah, so that means that we can define several tile layers inside our layers control, and this will work just fine. So for example, if I add the one for Google Satellite down here, like this, you can see almost now everything changes to something like this. And here on the side, if I can just minimize this, like this. You can see this one is not working. Now we cannot switch in between the layers. Let me try to refresh. So you can see now I have the Google satellite. Okay, now the other thing is to get the labels, because now we cannot see the labels as we had previously. So for that case, I'm going to remove this satellite like this, and then we are going to define the layer group. So layer group like this, and then paste in our satellite. Then also paste the one for labels. Now these are going to be 2. This is for the labels, and then this is the one for satellite. Okay. So here we need to say the layers control. What is it? The layers control. We need to overlay. So we need to say layers control dot overlay. So this is going to overlay the one for, so we have the OpenStreetMap and the Google satellite. That means we need to define the name. So we can say checked, and then the name of this is going to be OpenStreetMap. So you can just copy this and paste it here. Okay, then for layers control, I think also this one is supposed to be in layers control dot overlay, right? So I can control X this, and then I say layers control this way, then I paste in to this. So I can give this a name. This one should be up here. Like this. So we have the layers control for the first tile layer, and then the layers control for the second one. But for the second one, we have 2 tiles. So we have the one for satellites and then another one for labels. So we do the same thing here. We say dot overlay, and then we say checked, and then the name is going to be, you can say Google satellite, like this. Okay, so we can try to view this. Oh, we need to import this from React Leaflet. So up here we need layer group like this. So if we go back and refresh, now you can see we have here it is not refreshing. Let me just check if there is anything. So layer group, layers control, what else do we need? Okay, I think I messed up something. We have the layers control, so all these things must be inside the layers control. I think I did a mistake here. I can just minimize them, then I say layers control, then I paste this and save. So everything is inside the layers control first, then now we can start the overlay our tags. So let me refresh this. Okay, now you can see we have the labels for our map, and you can also still have we can also see the features or our protected areas. Okay, so I can uncheck, I can check this, I can uncheck, check, uncheck, check, and check. Yeah, so everything is working fine as I showed you in our finished project. So what we are going to do is to define the center here, and that one will need us to have an image. So I'm just going to copy an image from the finished project, and then just a minute I show you. So you're going to have images. So I need to create an images folder. I think I need to show you this. So here we need to have images like this. So the images folder, and then I'm going to copy from the finished project. Just a minute. So I'm going to copy the images. Which one? I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it to our images folder. Yeah, so here is the image. It is an icon, this one. So this is what we are going to use. So I can remove this from here. So what we are going to do is if we go here to our project in VS Code, we need to find this folder here, and this is our icon image. So the first thing is we need to use that image as an icon. Okay, so what I'm going to do down here, I need to define an icon like this, and I say this is equal to the new l.icon. So this one comes from the Leaflet. That's why I told you to install both Leaflet and React Leaflet. So here we can say import L from Leaflet. Okay, like so. Now the next thing is to now provide the properties of this icon, right? So this is going to have an icon URL, and you can paste in the URL. So here I'm going to use require, and this one is going to take our image from the images folder like that. Then the name is marker icons.png. Then I proceed with the icon size. Icon size. This is going to be, we can say something like 30 and 40. Then the icon anchor, so where the icon will be, and this is 12 and 41. And then we can have the pop-up anchor, and this is 1, and then negative 34. You can also have the shadow. It's not a must. You can have shadow anchor. This is 12 and 41, like this. Okay, so to use this icon, we need to pass in to our features for our marker. So we shall need a marker. That's where we define the marker up here. So the marker you're using comes from React Leaflet. We are also going to use the pop-up. So inside our map container, remember everything should be in the map container. We need to have a marker here, marker like this. Then inside this marker, the marker is going to be here. Then we are going to have icon. The icon is going to take in the icon that we just defined like this. So we have the marker. If we go to our page, if we refresh, here inside the marker, we need to have the pop-up, right? So we need to have the pop-up like this. So I'm just pasting this. So this is a pop-up that will pop up on the map when we click on the marker. So the pop-up will define the name of the location, then the latitude and longitude. If we go back to this, we can see that we are getting an error. We're getting an error. If we try to inspect to see what could be the issue, inspect, click on console, because you can see we have an error here that says uncode type error cannot read properties of undefined reading latitude longitude. So the marker is supposed to be somewhere, and for now we are not defining the location of that marker. So we want the marker to be at the same position to where we are visualizing our data, so the center. So we want our marker to be here. For that case, we are going to define the position argument. So we say position, and then this is going to be the center, so the place, same as this one. So the latitude and longitude for the specific location that we have just placed the marker. So if we save that and refresh, we are supposed to see it here. You can see we have the marker here, and if we click on that marker, you can see the name of the location, the latitude and the longitude of the place. I'm just realizing that there is a small issue. All of the base maps are checked. You can see if I do this, you can see all of them are checked. So just to show you, if I refresh, all of them are checked, and now the Google satellite is above or is on top of the OpenStreetMap. To solve this, we need to remove the check on Google satellite like this, so that the default one will be checked, that is OpenStreetMap. Yeah, you can see if now we refresh the page, we can see we have the OpenStreetMap as our default base map. If you want, you can now check on Google satellite like this. Yeah, so this is what I wanted us to create in this tutorial. I think you have learned a lot on how to use the React Leaflet, how to put this data on the web, how to use these components from React Leaflet, the map container, tile layer, the marker, pop-up, etc., and how to define the GeoJSON component to display our GeoJSON data on the map. Also the styles. I also hope you've learned that we need the layers control to store our tile layer. If we have more than one tile layer, we can use the layers control, and then we can overlay the base map. So if you have another one here, you can just define the layers control.overlay, then you define the tile layer that you have. If you want to use the tile layer with the names, for example, this base map Google satellite doesn't have names, so you can have its specific layer which comes with the names. That one we need to use the layer group inside our layers control.overlay. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.